Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Sam Tadesse, who is the owner of Marina Securities right here in the Bay Area. I may add, a very successful company. Sam, approximately how many employees do you have?
We have over 200 employees.
That's major.
Yeah.
How important is it in terms of building relationships in order to get clients, business? Is that important? Or you just walk out and people just, hey, Sam, I want you to provide my security. It's not that simple, is it?
Yeah. I mean, it's very important to build that relationship because it's easier to retain the clients that you have than going out and trying to get new businesses. You can be able to get more out of the current clients that you have. So it's very important. I mean, you have to go out and get new businesses, but
Right.
It's very important to retain.
How do you retain clients? Sam said, and absolutely correct, in my experience over the many years, if you can retain clients, that is absolutely essential. Matter of fact, it is like gravy on rice. So new business is important, but retaining them. How do you retain clients?
I mean, this is one example that I can be able to give you. I mentioned earlier that I have attended Alameda and Laney back then when I came to the AAC. I mean, that was more than 30 years ago. Currently, we're providing services for the 4 Peralta colleges, Alameda, Berkeley, Merit, and Alameda.
Right,
and then we are also providing services for the district office.
Oh, for Peralta
Yes.
College District. Okay.
Yes, before we took over, the services, it was done by the sheriffs. So we were replaced by the sheriff. So it was a big responsibility that the district gave it to us. But after we took it over, I mean, I have an attachment with this, institution because I was there back then 30-some years ago.
So the sheriff was retained to do services before you, and then the community college district retained you to do the services?
That's correct.
Wow, so they fired the sheriff.
Yeah,
That's you.
yeah. So they were shifting to this ambassador.
Now, why would they do that?
They were shifting to a soft approach, which is ambassador services instead of law enforcement. So after we took over these facilities, I mean, we put together, like I've said earlier, the policies, procedures, but the client-wide, I mean, we put together, for example, a scholarship program for the students. So we mostly see ourselves as a partner instead of just a vendor who's coming and doing businesses.
So you had a scholarship program for the students?
For the students, so we provided, scholarship immediately after we took over. And then we partner with the Criminal Justice Department, who is providing a lot of, leadership in our industry. So most of them, either they will go to law enforcement or they will come and work in the private security firms. So we specifically also put together a scholarship program for that department. And then we approached, the leadership team there, and we provided employment for the students who can be able to come and work as a part-time with us. They know the facilities, and it's easier for us to come and, be part of our team. So, I mean, those type of things are something that we do out there. This is specific for Peralta, but similar to that, we do other things to other clients.
How do you do your training? For example, if a person wants to be a security officer, I assume that's what you call them, security officers, how would that happen? What kind of training would they have to undertake for that?
Yeah. First, I mean, they have to go to these trainings that are required by the state, BSI's Bureau of Security and Investigation Services. They have to take 8-hour class and they will get their guard cards. And then they will be expected to finish another 32 hours within the 6 months period. But that is not going to be enough for us, which we will add specific training for each facilities because, I mean, that's a basic training that they will get from the BSI's training. but we'll add other, for example, customer service, sexual harassment, and all these other trainings that specific location will require. So we're very big on training. We have a training manager in-house, and we're doing above and beyond what is required by the state.
So then, you do additional training that's site specific, I believe that's what you were saying. Or if you're dealing with the community college, then your training, in addition to that's required by the state, it's going to be specific to that particular site.
That's correct.
And that is good. Whereas if the Parabola College had, for example, continued the sheriff's department, none of that would happen because they operate on a different system.
Yes, that's correct. I mean, it's been a few years now. It's been 2 years now since we took over.
How many years?
2 years.
Oh.
So, I mean, so far, I mean, we've been very successful there, and we'll continue to improve, you know, the operation there, and we can be able to, I think this is according to the district, I think this is the first time that law enforcement is not there at the schools, and, you know, private companies are taking over, you know, the services there. So our goal is to duplicate what has been successful here to other community colleges out there.
Great. Well, it clearly illustrates that what can happen when you have training that is focused on whatever business that they are securing. So Marina Security is focused on good training, providing good service, and don't touch that remote. Matter of fact, just put it down. We will be right back with all about community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Sam Tadesse, who is the owner of and founder of Marina Securities.